Buongiorno, good morning everybody. It's Monday, November 11th at 9:06 a.m. It's a little bit rainy today, drizzly. I had to go out because the cleaning lady's coming. I told my Airbnb host she didn't have to come today because I'm leaving on Wednesday. So what's the point of coming to clean today and then she has to come and clean again on Wednesday? But I guess it's a money thing. She gets paid, I guess, every time she comes. I don't really know. So she's coming, which means I have to leave. And I really didn't want to come out. It's not too bad. I think it's going to clear up. My weather app keeps telling me different times for the rain, so it might be over now. I don't know. Anyway, I'm being forced to take a day trip against my will. No, I'm actually looking forward to this. So it took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do for my last day trip. I had a couple choices, and then I wasn't really feeling that great about them. One was kind of far, Puglia. There were a couple places I wanted to go to, but couldn't get there by a direct train. Sometimes the ride was too long. I didn't want to spend an hour and a half on a train. So kept looking and looking. Was really narrowing it down to Bisceglie, which is one stop before Trani. Basically, going to Bisceglie means that I've hit all the little towns north of Bari, between here and Barletta. So on the same line, I've taken this train many times. I like it. The thing that sold me on it, I watched the video, and Bisceglie is famous for these little pastries that they call sospiro, I think, which means sigh. So I'll have to do some more research on them. They're little sponge cakes. They kind of look like the nun's tits. They're filled with cream. And then what makes these a little bit different from the nun's tits is they kind of have a icing on them. The story is they were made for the wedding of Lucretia Borgia. So she's kind of famous for something, isn't she? Who is Lucretia Borgia? I'm going to be doing some research on ChatGPT while I'm on the train. So they were made for her wedding, and the guests were kind of getting impatient. They started eating them, and all they could do was sigh. Have to find out what the real story is with all this. Definitely worth taking a 25-minute train ride to eat some pastries, don't you think? And then, there's a castle and some churches and all that kind of stuff. It's on the coast. Different weather today, so we'll see what it's like. Maybe I'll get a bowl of soup somewhere. All right, so I'm walking to the train station. The train is at 10:10. I have lots of time. And then this is going to be my last day trip. Tomorrow I have a reservation to eat at I forget the name of the restaurant, Urban Assassineria, Spaghetti alla Assassina. I made the reservation. Wasn't sure really if I wanted to keep it. So I looked at the reviews today. The restaurant gets very good reviews, and people love the pasta, which I find hard to believe because burnt pasta and burnt tomato just doesn't really sound appetizing to me, but I'm gonna try it. All right, so that's it for now. It's kind of a pleasant fall day. I mean, the air feels wet. It's not really raining. There's a little bit of like droplets I can feel, but it mostly feels like a cool fall morning. Maybe for once I'll be able to walk around without sweating. All right, so I'll see you either at the station, on the train, or once I get to Bisceglie. All right, so I just had a nice little cappuccino at the bar here at the station, and all right, so I did a little research on the sospiri di Bisceglie. Sospiri is plural, sospiro is singular. I wasn't sure if it was feminine or plural or masculine. So the story is, I love these stories. Story is these were prepared by a pastry chef for a marriage between some noble woman and her fiance. And the guy never showed up. So the wedding was called off. So the guests ate these pastries and just sighed. I thought they were sighing because they were so delicious, but they were sighing because they were just so upset, torn apart by the fact that this marriage just didn't work out. So I asked ChatGPT if Lucretia Borgia had anything to do with this, because I did see that somewhere yesterday. And ChatGPT said, yes, in some legends, she's tied to it, but they believe that really had nothing to do with her because she was married off to some popes. I didn't know popes could get married. Such weird stuff. So anyway, they're little sponge cakes. They're filled with ricotta or cream, and they often have lemon or vanilla flavoring added, and then they have a layer of icing or powdered sugar. So very similar to the nun's tits. I think it's a much nicer name. They look like little breasties, but much nicer name. A sigh. Can I have a sigh instead of a nun's tit? All right. So I'm on my platform. Train is 5 minutes in ritardo. It's 5 minutes delayed. Still kind of drizzly, but it's a nice fall day. So the weather really has changed this past week. Definitely from when I first got here. When I first got here, October 14th, it was still quite warm in the 70s. All right, so I'll see you in Bisceglie. Trying to avoid smokers. There's one there. Actually, two over there. There's one right there. Even the employees are smoking. There was a guy, conductor on the train, standing in the doorway of the train smoking a cigarette. It's horrible. It's one thing I'm not going to miss about Italy is the cigarette smoke.
Gentili passeggeri, vi informiamo che il capotreno è a vostra disposizione nella vettura situata in testa al treno. Per contattarlo, in caso di necessità, i viaggiatori possono utilizzare i citofoni indicati in più punti del convoglio.
Dear passengers, we inform you that the train guard can be found in the coach in the front part of the train. In case of necessity, passengers can use the speakerphone located along the train.
Siamo in arrivo a Bisceglie. Vi raccomandiamo prudenza nella discesa dal treno.
We are now arriving in
Bisceglie.
We advise you to be...
Okay, so I'm here in Bisceglie. One nice thing about these little towns here, the restrooms at the train stations are really clean and they're free. Bari Centrale, you have to pay €1 to use the restroom, and it wasn't the nicest. All right, so it's really pretty. Let me show you what we're greeted by when we get off the station. So really pretty old apartment building and a fountain, and it looks like this is the main street that will take me to the old town and some delicious pastries. There's a kind of haziness in the air from the morning rain, but looks like it's going to clear up. We have a pope here welcoming us to Bisceglie. Not sure who that is. I think it's John Paul, the last one. I gotta say, it's kind of weird to be carrying a dead man on a stick, but sorry. Sometimes I can't help myself. I just say these things. It's really pretty. Each one of these little towns has its own character. Unfortunately, my video from Barletta never uploaded. Barletta was a really special place. Looks like they have Christmas lights up already. It was one of my favorite places actually, because when you come in to the town on a street like this, it was a pedestrian street. It was all closed off to traffic, and there were all these benches and places for people to sit. It was filled with a bunch of old men who were sitting around chatting in dialect. And then the funniest thing was they had these maps, which at first I thought it was like tourist map. It was a map of the nearest defibrillator. So it was really funny. And then Barletta had a really charming old town. It was on a port. Beautiful old cathedral. So unfortunately my video got stuck uploading, and I guess I was impatient. I didn't really give it enough time before I closed my iPad. I didn't realize it wasn't uploaded yet, and then I deleted the video off of my iPad, so now it's gone. So you're never going to see my video from Molfetta. I ate a gourmet panzerotto, which was a fried piece of dough folded in half, had burrata, prosciutto, and arugula. So it was called the Italian flag. And then it also had some yellow tomatoes and crumbled pieces of taralli. It was really good. So I really liked Molfetta. Definitely check it out if you come to Puglia. It's off the beaten path. Definitely worth a visit. The new town as well as the old town were both interesting. All right, so now we're on a pedestrian street here in Bisceglie. It's really pretty. So let me show you. Christmas decorations are up. It's very charming, old buildings. Lots of people hanging out. And I hear dialect. I smell food. Really beautiful old buildings here with balconies. And then some newer ones. I've already passed like 5 coffee shops. All right, I'm going to enter my destination in Google Maps and head for the coffee shop that I chose in the old town to try my sospiri de Bisceglie. Well, so much for that plan. Bar Catedrale is closed today. Monday, it seems like a lot of things are closed on Mondays. So I'm just trying another one. Probably could have gone to any of these that I just passed. But I wanted to walk a little bit. And there's something over there that looks kind of interesting. Not sure what it is. I watched a few videos in Italian. Well, it was really funny. This guy, he was so excited. Lots of hand gestures. And he went to some old churches and things. And the other one was this woman who started off at some kind of a tower. I just passed a little coffee shop. I didn't see any sospiri. Anyway, she started off at some kind of a tower that looked like it was more in the center of town and not really in the old part. And I don't know what it was, but I wonder. That's what I saw over here. So here's a little park. Let's check it out, and then I'll get my bearings. So it looks to me like that's the old town there. And let me see if I could see. There's some kind of a wall or something that I saw. Yeah, this. It's like an obelisk. Everything's so green now after the rain. This is like the second time we've had rain since I've been here in a month. And I think what I saw was that church back there. This way is blocked by a bunch of pigeons. So I'm gonna go around this way. Ah, it smells so nice. Pretty. Alright, so I'm just gonna follow these signs. Centro storico, cattedrale, museo archeologico. Alright, so it looks like we are coming into the Centro Storico here. This is a coffee shop. Pizzeria. Not sure. Pretty. Christmas decorations are up. It'd be nice to come here at night. Here's Teatro Garibaldi. A little piazza. It's kind of early for Christmas decorations. I thought we did it early. It's November 11th. Pretty. It's pretty with the rain, the wet pavements. This is a palazzo, Palazzo Tuputi. And these grapes, which I thought were Christmas decorations, but I think they're just grapes. Tartaria. Wow. I hear a cathedral. Looks like the lights are on. I got the whole place to myself. Here's another palazzo. Palazzo Molinari. So it looks like that's what most of these buildings are. This is Casa Museo Giuliani. I wonder if they're any relation to Rudy. I hear he's in the market for a place to live. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Oh my God. So I guess this is the cathedral here. Let's just explore. Cattedrale. I go this way. And there's an entrance. Pretty. All right, well that guy moved. I was afraid to go in, but let's go in. Let's see what's inside here. Oh, it's like a museum. It's a baptismal font. So I'm down here in the crypt. There's more. Non mi piace. Here's the front of the cathedral. Those are griffins. I know that because I read it inside. And there was a little museum next to it, but I wasn't really interested. It was kind of hot in there. Where are my pastries? That's all I care about. Let's see what this is. This is the museum again. It's a bunch of old stuff here. It's beautiful though. All right, so I'm just gonna walk down towards the port and try to get a little bit of a perspective on where things are. And see what's down there. There has to be a bakery serving sospiri size. I want a Bisceglie size. Sky is turning blue. Now it's starting to clear up. So I can see the water ahead of me. I'm just going to keep going downhill. See where this takes me. I might have to climb those stairs. Looks like there's a road and then something above it. Yeah, it's kind of a dead end here. So I'm gonna have to climb the stairs. Let's go this way. This kind of opens up into a piazza. I'm starting to get hungry. Old stairs. All right, it's a ramp instead of stairs. Let's see where this goes. And here's the port of Bisceglie. Over there are some restaurants. There's the old city wall. And the old city behind me. Don't know where I want to go. Let me look at Google Maps. Alright, so I'm just going to go to the castle, see what's around there. Here's another palazzo, Palazzo Ammazzalorsa, 15th century. Right here, overlooking the port. All right, I'm going this way. I think. All right, I got a little lost back there in those windy streets. So this is via Cristoforo Colombo. And some old palazzi here. The destination is on my left. All right, so I guess this is the castle. Everything's closed. It's a hotel. Well, that's Bisceglie. I'm gonna go back into the old town here. See if anything is opened. I'm really hungry now. Alright, so I was just walking past this place and they had a menu outside. Looks nice, it smells great. I like the vibe. So I'm gonna get a veal in bolentini and some vegetables. All right, so I got some wine, some olives, and going to have favetta. Some kind of fava beans. They were out of broccoli. The bread is good. All right, so my lunch is here. So this is a veal in volantini and fava. And it looks like fava and chicory. Perfect. And these olives are delicious. It's so good. It's really good. It's like caramelized apple with some nuts. And of course a coffee. I like the little cup. It's good. Doesn't even need any sugar. It's really good. Well, that was a really delicious little lunch in this really cute little place full of books and all kinds of interesting paraphernalia. Picture of John F. Kennedy. An airplane. Some Halloween decorations. So this is Bar Prendiluna. Cute little place right up the street from the castle. And the sun is out now. So this is where I came in. I'm just gonna walk a little bit more before heading back to the station. Looks like another church here. Another palazzo. It's a library. Chiesa di San Luigi. The Panificio. Alright, so I took a chance. This Panificio. Sorry, I took a chance on Panificio San Luigi. She had something that was similar to a sospiro. She was very nice. So I'm kind of full now, but I'll try it later. So let me turn the camera around. It's very pretty, and it's really nice that the sun came out. Chiesa di San Luigi. I guess Monday is not really the day to visit places. I remember in Barletta, the restaurant that I went to was closed on Monday, and it seemed like a lot of things were closed on Monday. But anyway, it's nice to walk around, especially after this little rain we had. It's kind of cool. And these beautiful old palazzos. beautiful old door. Kind of smells like somebody has a fire going somewhere. So this is Bisceglie. So it seems like there's only really one place that makes the sospiri, and that place is closed today. Here's an antique shop. That looks like St. Nicholas. And another palazzo. And I think that's the end of the old town. All right, so I don't want to carry this thing around with me. Let me see what I can do here. I'm gonna have to use 2 hands to open this. So she said that this is similar to a sospiro. Let's try it. All right, here we go. It's like a cream puff. It's like a cream puff with just a very soft cake. Delicious. Look at this beautiful door here. Oh my God. Well, that was good. Had a really good lunch. So it was an involantini, but then he said bracciole. So it was bracciole made with veal. It wasn't big. And Fave and Cicoria. And wine. The apple tart was delicious. Apple tart. Water, 24 euros. So really cheap. I was a little bit worried because there were no prices on the menu. Oh, I thought, oh my God, how much am I going to pay for this? But it's very reasonable, really nice place, really nice guy. It was great. Great little lunch, great little local spot. I felt like I was in somebody's house. All right, so I'm gonna make my way back to the station and then I'll end the video there just in case anything else happens. All right, so I'm at the station. I have my ticket. This guy behind me just smoking in the restroom. Oh God, people, really? My message to the president of, where are we? Italy. At least create some non-smoking areas and smoking areas. It's just disgusting. Oh God. All right, so that was Bisceglie. Cute little place off the beaten path. Nice old town. beautiful buildings. Quiet. Everything's closed on Monday. But it was a fun trip from Bari. So about 30 minutes by train. That's it. I had a good lunch. Nice walk. And now I'm going to go back to my clean apartment and start getting ready to leave on Wednesday. Comes another smoker. I swear they're like mosquitoes. And this guy's going to light up another one. They're attracted to me. Let me see if I can find. There's another smoker. I'm going to go all the way down to the end here. Alright, I'm just going to walk down to the end and then I'll walk back when the train comes. Alright, so that's it. Got one more video tomorrow. And that'll be it for me for a while. I'll see you back in my kitchen.